The Montana Grizzlies have met Central Washington just 3 times in their history, and 2 of those games have been plenty memorable for 2 opponents that rarely see each other and reside in different divisions. There's been plenty of comparisons to UM's schedule this year and 2008 because, like that season, they're playing 12 straight games. In 2008, Central Washington was UM's 4th opponent, and it proved anything but easy. Kalispell Flathead graduate Mike Riley quarterbacked that Wildcats team, one chapter of his decorated run at Central before he went on to star in the CFL. The game also featured receiver Mike Ferreter going for 9 catches and 133 yards for the Grizzlies, fitting with Ferreter, now the offensive coordinator, at Central. It was a back-and-forth game, with Central leading 21-7 in the second quarter, before a pair of Mark Mariani touchdowns from Cole Berquist tied it before halftime. Grizz legends were dotted all over the game, as Chase Reynolds scored twice in the second half, as UM built an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter, but the Wildcats stormed back and put the Grizzlies on upset alert. UM used its final drive to get within striking distance, and on the foot of Brody McKnight, with 1 second left, Montana prevailed 38-35 and eventually would go on to that year's national championship game. In 2021, the scene was much different. The COVID-19 pandemic had wreaked havoc on the globe, and Montana opted out of the 2020 football season, instead choosing to play 2 games in April of 2021, the first of which featured a meeting once again with the Wildcats. Attendance was limited for the game, and April in Montana proved to be not much different than December, and from the jump, Montana outmatched Central Washington, and future stalwarts made their first marks in the game, including a return from injury from all-time great Samuel Akam. The game was lined with stars of the current generation, including Keelan White and Xavier Harris, both who scored their first career touchdowns. Patrick O'Connell and Dylan Cook, both who are still in the NFL, were all over the game, and many more were in the mix as the Grizzlies won 59-3. That was the last time these 2 programs met, and now are set to settle it between the lines again on Saturday at 6 p.m. at Washington Grizzly Stadium. Reporting in Missoula, Kyle Hansen, MTN Sports.